had a package come in yesterday. Excited to have it. There's not a lot in here, but something that I needed. So I just was in the market for purchasing a Kaweco replacement nib, and I'll tell you that story here in a bit. I had already received my other order before I realized the need or desire for another item. Anyway, I just needed the nib and not wanting to just place an order for just a nib. Oh my goodness, okay. All right. Armand, thank you for packaging my items with a ridiculous amount of care, and for the lollipop. Thank you, Armand. And here is my ink bottle. Okay, and so my little items must be inside. Okay, there we go, 2 little items. And let's see, I needed the nib, or wanted the nib. I needed it for, okay, I needed the nib for my Kaweco iridescent pearl, and I'll show you why in a moment. But let me tell you about the other item. Because I was placing an order for just the little nib, I just added another item into my order, and this is called a Percao. It's also a Kaweco Percao, and I have not had a Percao before, so I thought, oh, that's cute. It was very inexpensive, and so I just add that to my order. So I did, and this is called Kaweco. It does not, oh, it just says Kaweco and Germany raised there on the cap. Has the Kaweco logo on the finial, and the body has the facets here in large size, and the same thing in a smaller size on the barrel body. So, okay, that's a snap pin. There we go, instead of a twist. And it does have a triangular grip, kind of like the Lamy Safari. So that's interesting. And it has the Kaweco nib, and I did order medium. You know, that's out of focus there. There we go. I did order a medium. Because all my other pens are either fine or extra fine on my Kaweco Sports, the AL Sport, the Collections, and whatever. So here we go. The reason that, oh wait, let me jump back to this pen, because I didn't even look inside to see if it has, okay, it has a converter, a cartridge, and okay, let me see what's going on here. So it has an empty cartridge. I've never received a pen with an empty cartridge before. That's interesting, but I can fill that. So that is cool. All right, so let's put this back together and tuck it aside, because I'm not ready to ink this today. I am gonna work on this one. So I did order a Kaweco nib in, I don't know if that's a twist cap, in medium, because I do not, up until today, I did not own a pen with a Kaweco pen with a medium nib. They were all fine and extra fine. But I was discovering, okay, I've never changed a nib on here, so I'm looking at what I'm gonna do. I was discovering that in using this in writing, I wasn't getting the performance from my ink as I had wished. So I do have a cartridge in here that was a smoky gray. It's some that I purchased. I purchased the pack of smoky grays when I bought the pen, because I thought it would match the pen very well. And I wrote it out. I wrote all my ink out, and I refilled, this is the Kaweco cartridge, I refilled the cartridge with the Sailor Mano Haha ink. and a, oh, let's see. Oh, it's in the other room. I have another one here, and a syringe. So I just use a syringe to fill the cartridge, and I've been writing with it in my Romans journal where I'm writing scripture. These pages I used the smoky gray ink in the cartridge, and then when I finally wrote those out, I was in a hurry to write them out so I could change the ink in my cartridge. When I finally wrote out all the smoky gray ink, I was able to change here. So I flushed out my cartridge and filled it with a syringe and my Manyo. Haha. But it's not performing as I'd hoped. It's beautiful. It's a light blue ink, but it's not performing like it did when I swatched it in my book. So this is a swatch on just copy paper, like 32-pound HP paper. The swatch is in the Hobonichi Weeks, which is a cream color. And then the letters were written with my glass pen. And then underneath here, I just wrote, because I was trying to see the difference, I wrote Kaweco Fine Nib. And you can see the difference. When less ink is being put on the page, it has a different color. So I decided to order a medium nib. Now here's the deal. I'm not going to take out the cartridge. This might be messy. I'm warning you, I haven't done this nib replacement before, like I'm planning to do now. I'm not going to take out the cartridge. I am going to pull out the nib section here. And to do that without making such a mess, I will put on a glove, and hopefully it will also help me from getting ink on myself, since I'm planning to leave the saturated nib feed intact here. So, okay, the nib and nib feed here, as I'm going to be replacing them here. Actually, I think I could have screwed out that whole section there on this pin, but I wasn't sure if that was a black one inside in the iridescent pearl, and I didn't want to change it, but I can see in there it is, so I could have left that in there. Anywho, don't want to lay that down. It's full of ink. Having the gloves on, I don't have the dexterity on my fingers to fill. There we go. To fill where that is. Oh, I heard a snap. That's good. Okay, we are almost in business. I will wait for the ink in the cartridge to gravity feed down. And again, my small little cup is in the room. Can use this one. We'll let it sit for a bit, and I will clean this in my jar of Goulet pen flush and get it all cleaned up before I store it away, and I'll store it in this container. Oh, so here's a good example. Look at how pretty this ink is. It's sheening different colors on the paper towel. You can't really see it here. Greens and blues and purples and pinks. That's what I want to see on my paper when I'm writing. Let's see if I can get some more of that ink on there so you can see the beautiful colors. Here we go. Still don't see all the beauty on the camera like I can see in person here. All right, so let's see if this is working yet. I'll just do a little back page here on the corner. Yeah, it's coming through. Okay, so I will have that ready to go. I'll get my Rhodia paper here. I don't need the glove any longer. I think we're good here. We'll write this out, and then I'll test it in my journal, because I know the journal is a different, more absorbent paper too. So today, on Tuesday, June 28th, 2022, I replaced the fine Kaweco nib with medium. Okay, and I'm still not getting the performance that I really wanted with all the beautiful colors. So let me put some ink down. Now I can see it. So maybe I just need to wait for some more ink to flow through the nib. It's really not writing like a medium to me. It doesn't have, it really doesn't have, yeah, see how dry that is? Wow. It really doesn't have a good flow. I was hoping by changing the nib on my Kaweco that I could improve the flow and get some more of the sheening properties here, like appears in my other book. So I'm a little disappointed here, because that is not what I was going for. Maybe I need to use it in a different pen. Not the Kaweco. It's just not flowing like I want it to flow. I'm not seeing all the beauty that this ink really has. It's gorgeous. So I will have to try it in another pen and let you know how that goes. So maybe we'll try it in this one. So let's try a little bit on this page. So I was interrupted by a phone call earlier and didn't finish verse 13. So let me pick up there. Let me find it. And just write a few words. Oh, okay. I can tell a difference on this paper much more than on the Rhodia paper. Yes, that is writing more smoothly than the fine. So I am pleased with this little switcheroo. All right, so that works. I'm pleased with the performance of the pen writing more smoothly on the journal paper rather than the Rhodia paper, but I'm still not getting the color that I wanted, the sheening color that I wanted to see. So we'll see how it performs in my Hobonichi Cousin, and we'll check back. Thank you for spending some of your precious moments with me today. You have a blessed day. Bye-bye.